Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. As you can probably tell, I'm not in my original desk because I'm currently traveling, but I have an ESP32 with me, and today I'm gonna show you two different ways how you can store variable data on it that's persistent between deep sleeps and also between reboots. Now, while working on a previous project, I had to use an ESP32. This is a Vroom variant that I have with me here today, but it's basically all the same on all of the ESP32s. I had to use deep sleep so that the ESP itself and all the electronics will not use a lot of power when not needed, because the project was supposed to run on batteries and be out in the field. So at certain intervals, the ESP was put to deep sleep, where it shuts down all of its peripherals and CPU and everything, and basically wastes close to no power. And during that deep sleep, I had the need that I have a certain variable that holds its state while it's being put to deep sleep. And there is a specific part of the ESP32 memory that we can utilize for that. It's called RTC memory, and it's easily accessible within the Arduino IDE just by setting a certain flag. In a regular operation, when the ESP is put to deep sleep, each time that it's being waken up, in theory, it's gonna behave like starting from the beginning. So setup will be executed again, and all of the values will be restored to default. So in my case, I didn't want that behavior because I needed to keep track of certain parameter. So I used the RTC memory, and let's jump to the computer so I can show you how I did it. Now here in the example, I have a very simple sketch that basically just increments two counters that I have here. So RTC counter and regular counter that are being triggered and incremented each time that we are waking up from sleep. We have a certain delay, and then we're gonna be sleeping the ESP for 5 seconds. After it wakes up from that deep sleep, the regular processing of things is that it goes through the setup again, just as if it was resetted from power. And inside the loop, we don't really have anything because we're not doing any work, just putting it to sleep immediately after the setup function. Now, what's important about these counters is that they are defined a little bit differently. So this is the regular variable that we are declaring as integer starting from 0, and another one where we are using the RTC data attribute. And this is what it's gonna tell the ESP that this variable needs to be put into the RTC data memory and be persisted across deep sleep. So let's upload this to the ESP and try it out. Okay, so I've already connected my ESP to the computer, and here I've set up all the variables that I need for it to match the device that I have, as well as the COM port and the device type, which I've chosen just to be a regular ESP32 dev module. And we can upload the code to it. It's gonna take a few seconds, so it compiles and uploads. And once it finishes, I'm gonna open the serial monitor so I can show you what happens with the execution of the code. Okay, so that's nice and uploaded. Let's expand this and open the serial monitor so we can see what's going on in the background. So we got the power on reset, and it starts from both of the counters being 1, and it went for deep sleep. Now we have a deep sleep reset, and the RTC counter is being incremented, while the regular counter, since it's being reset on re-initialization, will continue to be 1 all the time because it starts at 0, it gets incremented as 1, and then that cycle repeats every time. But the RTC counter, which is being persisted in the RTC memory, as we told it to, it's being persisted as so. However, if we are to reset the board, so we got the power on reset, you'll see that the RTC counter also resets because the power is cut when that happens, and the ESP is exactly behaving as it was powered off. So nothing is really persisted between power-ups, but between deep sleep cycles that is being persisted. And this is something that could be handy depending on the project requirements and what device we're actually building. Now, there is another trick that I'm going to show you just next that you can use another built-in storage on the ESP32 that you can use to persist data between power-offs and between power cycles. What the ESP also supports is the so-called SPIFFS file system. What the SPIFFS file system is a file system stored in flash that can survive deep sleep, full reset, and power loss. Basically, we are actually creating files on the ESP32 itself, and it's really useful for creating config files, some logs, or like in our example, storing counter variables, because they can be persisted. And for example, we can build something that will tell us how many times the device was reset. And because that information will be stored in a file on the device itself, then it's going to be persisted no matter what we actually do to the device until we reprogram it or we intentionally delete the item from the SPIFFS file system. Now let's jump to the second example I have so I can show you how the SPIFFS file system works and how you can store files on your ESP32. Now for the second example, I have another small demo that uses a variable to be incremented as a counter, but this time the variable is actually saved inside a text file. And we have the SPIFFS library included from the ESP32 package and two functions, one to read the counter and another one to write the counter value. So because we're dealing with the file system, we need to be a bit more careful if we can actually open the file or if the file exists or not. However, inside the setup function, we have a really similar situation to before where we're making sure that we are initializing SPIFFS and that once we get the counter value, we increment that counter and we write it back to the file system. Inside the loop, we're not doing anything because we don't really have any purpose here. However, again, if you notice in this demo, we are not even using the deep sleep because I'm going to actually power off the ESP completely so I can show you how this works. Now, again, let's open the serial monitor and let's expand that. This should still be running the old code. So you could see the RTC counter is being up to 57. We can reset it so it shows the last code that we have. Now let's upload our new sketch. Okay, so we have the serial monitor. I had to clear it from before, but if I now reset the ESP, we can see that we got the power on reset and the SPIFFS counter is being set to 1 because now it's being incremented and saved. And the interesting part is now if I remove power from the ESP and connect it back again, then we'll see that once we reconnect the okay, I didn't plug the cable soon enough, but I can reset it here and you'll see that we've got to count 3 because we've actually reset the ESP 3 times. And if I reset it again, then we're going to be up to 4. I can remove power from the USB entirely, so the board is not connected and not powered. But when I reconnect it, then again, it's going to be executing the same code. And we're not really connecting soon enough. So we've incremented up to 5. And if I go once again, now it should be 6 because even when I powered it off, the value was still being persisted within that file. And until I actually upload any new code to technically erase the flash because of the option that I have selected here, this value will be indefinitely saved on the ESP, no matter how many times we power it off and no matter how long it stays without power. So this is an interesting storage solution that we can use for some sort of a configuration where we can store that value within the flash and have it persisted even if the ESP stays without power. Now, as one last demo, I have another sketch that combines the two. So both the RTC counter and the SPIFFS counter into one example where we have the RTC counter defined with the RTC data attribute to survive deep sleep, as well as specifying a file where we're going to store the value of the SPIFFS counter. Again, we have the two functions for reading and writing, and within the setup function, after we set up the serial and the SPIFFS file, we are incrementing both the RTC counter as well as the SPIFF counter and saving it back to the file and displaying both of the values. After that is done, we are going again for a deep sleep for 5 seconds so we can save energy and save power on the device. But when we wake up, we repeat the whole cycle. Loop is again not used and being stayed empty. So let's upload this example to the device and see how it's going to behave. Okay, so here we started. We have the wake up and the deep sleep counter is the same value as the SPIFFS counter. And if left untouched, this will continue until something happens. And that something could be either a reset that we can press on the device, which throws a rock in how the device works and resets the RTC counter. But if you notice, the SPIFFS counter is unaffected because the value is being stored in a file. And with this, we now have two ways of persisting data on the ESP that we can, in different situations, use differently. Again, I'm going to try to power this off. So I'm going to power it off completely. You can see that it's being disconnected. When I reconnect it again, it should start the RTC counter from where it was, while the SPIFF counter will be unaffected. So you see, we've missed the original display there, but again, the SPIFF continues with its values since they are being written on a file on the ESP itself. And with that, I'm gonna end the video right here. I hope that I was able to teach you something new that you didn't know about the ESP32 and its memory modes and ability to save data. If that was true and you learned something, then I'm gonna ask you to check out my Patreon link down below where you can support me so I can continue making videos like this where I teach you about coding electronics through different projects or example. And you think that you're gonna like this video next, so be sure to check it out. And I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Cheers!